Being defeated by the mountains can be the most valuable thing that ever happens to a hiker, because the gift of getting to return and try again is something so memorable. (2019), my 18th birthday. I've always hated birthday parties, and so I hatched a plan to avoid this one. I'd spend 9 days hiking so far out of signal range that no one could reach me. The goal was the Drakensberg Grand Traverse. It's a 220-kilometer thru-hike running from Sentinel Peak in the north to Bushman's Neck in the south. It climbs 10,000 meters through terrain that's steep, rough, and as we quickly discovered, incredibly difficult to navigate. We set off with our 27-kilogram bags, paper maps, and a compass. No satellite device, no offline maps. We had the ambitious goal of finishing a trail that usually takes weeks in just 9 days. By day 7, we were broken. We had lost the route, and spent days arguing in the mist. Exhausted, we collapsed near a stream. And in a fit of anger after sitting on a spiky plant, I tore it up with my hiking pole. The next morning, we got up. Frustrated and lost, we hiked through the fog again, eventually stumbling into a stream that somehow looked vaguely familiar. I collapsed by it and looked to my right, and there it was, the plant I'd torn up the day before. We had just spent half the day hiking in a massive circle. At that point, the game was up. We bailed on Giant's Castle, barely halfway through the trail. Our overconfidence and lack of experience had burned us, but the mountains had taught us a lesson in respect I will never forget. Fast forward to late 2025. I just finished the TCT, my first major thru-hike, and I couldn't shake the dream of going back to South Africa to finish that hike. I wanted to try again, but this time, the strategy would be different. First, I had hundreds of days of hiking experience, and far better gear. My pack would be significantly lighter. Second, I wanted the world to see this place, so I decided to invite a team of international hikers to join me. And third, I wanted to hire a guide to help us communicate with the Basotho people and teach us the secrets of those peaks. So after a long search, I found the perfect crew. Dan, a thru-hiker from Australia with an amazing thru-hiking romance story. Jess, who had just smashed the CDT and GDT back to back. Cam, a hiker I'd been following since I first learned about thru-hiking. And Jonathan, well, we failed in 2019 together, so we needed to finish this together. I sent the texts, and everybody said yes. 2.5 months later, they landed in Durban. And the lead up was a blur of packing and planning. I was surrounded by partners you only dream of hiking with. This adventure, 6 years in the making, was happening. When we finally hit the trailhead, things felt totally different to last time. My pack, 10 kilos lighter than before. We were starting from the south this time, and we had Kafis, our local guide, leading the way. This time we're not getting lost. We weren't overconfident anymore, just well prepared. March is a temperamental month in the Drakensberg. Lightning is a constant threat.
Oh my God!
The forecast was calling for rain every single day for the first 6 days. So that's why we decided to start in the south first, so that we could hopefully earn some sunny hiking in the north of the Drakensberg. Ascending the mountains in the sun was surreal, scary and exciting all at once. I kept on wondering, would we actually pull it off this time? Or would we be having another defeat? Our goals were simple: hike fast, stay in the best caves, and camp in only safe spots. Unlike many trails, choosing a site to camp isn't just about the view in the Drakensberg. The High Drakensberg is the summer home of the Basotho people, young men from Lesotho who herd sheep for months at a time, wearing only blankets and rubber boots. They were welcoming people, and through Kafis, our guide, were able to have conversations and take photos with them. Because they live with so little, anything of ours is a luxury. And so we had to be careful to camp away from main paths to avoid any midnight borrowing from our vestibules. On day 3, the weather turned brutal. We tagged Tabentlanyana, the highest point in southern Africa, and we were in the thick of it. And on day 4, we made it to Giant's Castle, the point we had given up last time. Finally, I'd hiked the southern half of the Grand Traverse, and now it was time to repeat the northern half. And now, if there was one thing I was praying for on this hike, it was to see the famous Drakensberg Inversion. And on day 5, we woke up, and there it was. While the weather forecast said it was pouring with rain in the valleys below, we were standing above a literal ocean of clouds. Usually these inversions burn off in hours, but we were gifted with 3 full days of it. We were strolling through the sun while the rest of the world was grey, and it felt like a reward for the suffering we'd experienced in 2019. By the end of the day, we reached the caves. I've done many trips here in the Drakensberg without a tent because of these massive overhangs. We stayed in Injasuti Upper Cave and then in Roland's Cave, places that offer wonderful reprieve from lightning when there are storms. At this point, the worry was fading. We were making incredible time. The route meanders between the escarpment and river valleys inside Lesotho. Inside the valleys, there are hidden pools, and on the ridges, there are incredible views. From day 5, we had perfect weather and decided to slow it down a little bit to enjoy it. We extended our hike from 9 days to 10 days to soak in the views.
Wow.
Most people hike this trail north to south, and we hiked it south to north simply because of the weather, but I think that we're onto something. By starting in the south, the mountains slowly get higher and more dramatic, saving the best for last. Rounding that final hill towards the amphitheatre, I was buzzing. The 6-year wait was over. We had made it. As I stood there, everything hit me. The lessons I'd learned through the failure, the things I'd let go of in the years between, and the dreams I was still chasing. The amphitheatre felt like a promise. There would be times of hardships, times when you can't see the path, times of failure, but at the end, there's a golden sunset, a waterfall that flows into eternity, and a red sunrise. With our side quests, it was 250 kilometers, 10,000 meters of elevation gain, and some of the best days of my life.
I'm Jess. Sometimes on trail I dress like a granny. On trail they call me Stitches. I've hiked, I don't know, probably over 7,000 miles in North America and more than that also in Europe and South America. This is my first time long distance hiking in Africa. Very exciting.
Hey, I'm Dan. I'm from Australia. I've done a bunch of through hikes, and this is right up there with one of the greatest I've ever done.
G'day, my name is Cameron Bostock, and I like hiking and spending a lot of time outside, just like here in the Drakensberg. And I've hiked some pretty long trails over the last few years, and it's just one of my favourite things to do. Spend time in nature and hopefully inspire others to get outside as well.
What's up everyone? My name's Jono, otherwise known as Jono, and today we are walking next to this lovely stream, which is actually really nice, and that's all I have to say at the moment.
Okay, my name is Keifas Dilizamagugu Mtabela. I'm a tour guide who started working as a tour guide since from 2002. It is called Emachibini Travel and Tours.
My name's Tim. I'm the organizer of this hike, and I have a habit of DMing people from around the world and saying that they should come to South Africa.
Somehow they go along with it too.
Yeah, look at that.
Here we are.
And they really should.
Yep, exactly. Do you like guiding us?
I like, but these guys, they crazy.
How are we crazy?
They done the Grand Traverse in 10 days instead of 14 days. They are fit and strong. Yes.
Just great being with you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keifas.
Pleasure.